The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 70, Indy.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Second and 1. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a 1st down throw, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, able to slither by. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Go, go.
2nd and 2. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He may try and run for this. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jakeem Grant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
95's the same. No, check. He's Mike. Let's put him on the buses. 94. 95's Mike. Watch 95. 24. He's coming.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try the air now with Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Bravo.
Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stop your whining. So Mike number one. Down to lose one. Here we go. Go.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, it's Hines. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Set 50, plant.
2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williamson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, dude.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, echo. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williamson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go as we saw there.
Topper!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Go! It's right!
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey! Wahoo! Get it!
Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
Ready!
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the Colts 28-yard line.
2nd and 6. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Let's go! 60 or 6-6, bullet hit it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I'm coming after you. Under 10. He's checking.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Go now. 70, Indy.
First and goal from 1 yard line.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down.
Hey. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Back to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
For Harris Campbell, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, get it ready.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike 51. Mike.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Pick me up.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
He's not going to give me.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Back to throw here. And he'll find Hall. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed down the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
They run with Hines. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play.
Let's go now.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
You draw Corkers. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 5. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 24.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep.
Get him. You got
Hey, Zoo. Speed grip.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, Sam off.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hustle. Hit it.
2nd and 9 now. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Protein spill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
218, chop it.
They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
95's the same. No, check his Mike. Let's get the ball. 95's Mike. Watch 95. It's a party now.
Hey, orbit.
95's the same. No, check his Mike.
Five.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
You better be ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gator.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Williamson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, Delta.
51, Mike. Mike 51. I got you. I got you. Right
Fire.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Indianapolis, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.